Welcome to Encounters. We're about less than 15 minutes on the East Coast till 11 p.m. I'm Commander Alian, your host. This is a special edition of Encounters, our show tonight. He is a space being I've been directly in contact with for over a month and who came through my Alexa app over a month ago playing a Billie Holiday song. That was the beginning of verbal encounters with him. And then we've had encounters through TikTok, through static, and also through radio frequencies on the AM band. So the person that was asking me that, Gekko is a space being from the star system Sirius. I don't channel anything. It's not a channel communications. He comes directly through from their ship. And for those that have never experienced what I've been experiencing lately, you're in for real contact, real communications. And this is direct. There's not going to be somebody sitting here with me in the studio or as a guest channeling some space being. The space being himself will be communicating through radio frequency. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to a special night here. John Connors will be on with me tonight. I communicated with him today to see how everything was. Last night, I believe we had John on, and I think Gekko actually, okay. I think we don't need to have that kind of stuff on here. I just took somebody out. The commander just took his first person out of the live here. So we're gonna, honor and respect our space brothers, and that's what the show about. My moderators are all here. If we have any people coming here to try to cause any problems, the moderators are to just block them from the program. I'm Commander Alian. I'm also host of WESU's Sunday morning show, Cosmic Eye Radio, Astro Command Radio. Doing that for 20 years. I'm a contactee for new people. I've had my first contact in the 60s with space people in light blue uniforms or space suits, men, women, and children in a cul-de-sac in a spaceship that I was watching, and it's a whole story there. Kim Starr, good to see you. Good, Kim. Wow. That's good to hear. Yeah, we did some work with Kim on my show the other night, and we told her that there will be no more pain. She had been she had problems with negative ETs, and we've just I'm glad to hear that. I wanted to hear your update that how you were doing. So it's a beautiful thing. You shouldn't have any more problems with negative ETs after the Ashtar command came, and we still have Ashtar people working with you. So we're going to make sure you don't have any more problems. So I do a lot of things here. I'm a conduit for the Christ. People that have had me work with them know that what I do is real. I'm just a vehicle. I work with the Ashtar Galactic Command. I've been working with the command since I can remember, before there was any internet. So what you're seeing here for new people is the real deal. I don't channel. I don't read cards. I don't have crystal balls. I'm not going to sit here telling you whether you're getting married. We're here to facilitate communications tonight with our space brother, Gekko. Hey, Cheryl and everybody coming in here. Please, we'd like to get to 100. We did over 100,000 likes last night. Also, I'd like to encourage people to follow me. If you're not following me and you like what we're doing, become a follower of the show. That's supposedly, well, I guess it's like following me, but you're your own person, but just follow me on TikTok is what I'm trying to say. And everybody follow each other. We like to uplift everybody here. Where's this one? Good to see you. The one, welcome to our show. We're a little bit on early tonight. I'm just getting prepped. I wanted to show you I've got the radio set up here. I've got the apophyllite set up. And I got this here. I'm going to show you this for a minute. Let me do this here on the effects screen. And my cat knows there's going to be contact tonight. Because my cat, here it is. This is, I wanted to show you this. My cat's talking. She knows we're going to be contacting a space being. So this has got copper in it, all kinds of stuff in it. And this is going to be behind the radio. No, I didn't see that. So this is, I just want to show you, this is one of the crystals here. Yeah, this is one I've had. This is in my meditation room. I've got a lot of all my crystals are high-powered crystals for ET contact. And I'm going to show you this before I go back to the green screen. This is apophyllite. The apophyllite is a very strong frequency. It deals with the cosmic realm. So I have a whole bunch of apophyllite here next to the radio. And my cat is going a little bit nuts because she knows that we're going to be having contact. And this here, before I go back to the green screen, this is my newest thing, a copper pyramid. Evidently, copper seems to be really good, a copper pyramid, good for communications. So we're using our copper pyramid. I got this about less than 2 weeks ago. And this is going to be in front of the radio. I've got lots of crystals here to work with here. So we're going to go back to the screen. Okay, let's see. I don't want to do that one. I want to get back to where I was before. All right, here we go. All right. So I just wanted to show you some of the crystals we'll be using for tonight's communications. Yeah, the copper pyramids are really good for, if you know how to use them, they're good for facilitating communications. We're using frequency 1710, candy-coated. Welcome to the show. Good to see everybody in here, all the new people coming in here. I'm Commander Alian, your host. John Conras will be joining us shortly. I'm on a little bit early, so I just want to get things rolling. You can probably go to a good crystal shop. If you go to a good crystal store, you can get that kind of a pyramid. And they have a lot of copper in it, which is really good. Hey, UFO God. And like I said, the copper is a really good communications antenna to make contact with your space brothers. You know, so I know a lot about ET crystals. I've been using ET crystals for like years. So I can teach people a lot about what crystals are. I'm getting strong feelings that I've been thinking about tonight all day long. And I'm so excited for contact. I have a number of questions. And I'm going to hopefully Gekko will be able to have longer answers for those questions from his ship. They'll be broadcasting on frequency to communicate with us. So we're excited for that to occur. I've got my apple cider, which I always need during my show. I always have to, if I don't have my apple cider, I'm still good, but I have my apple cider. That's my cosmic drink of choice. Major, good to see you. You know, so, and one of the things we're going to do is I asked the Ashtar Command before I came on here to put a tensor beam of protection in the program. So the Ashtar Command, my ship is about 10,000 feet above my location. It's cloaked, and a tensor beam radiating over 50-mile radiuses in all directions. Yeah, you should buy stock in apple cider. Or just buy a bunch of apples and make some. There you go. So we're just super excited. My energy level is really amped up here. And I appreciate everybody taking the time on a Friday night to join us. I know you could be doing a lot of other things, but why would you want to be going out to dinner somewhere when you can be sitting here, potentially hearing us communicate with a space being on a ship? You know? Right now, I am not able to look at anything outside. I'm in this room here. If I go out the door, I can see the sky from out the door, but we're inside here. It's a little bit cold. Hey, UFO UAP, good to see you, brother. I'm cooking bacon. So I'm very relaxed, feeling very good. Hey, Britt, thank you for the heart, the smiling heart. We appreciate the gifts. Our goal is for 100,000 likes tonight, and we encourage people to follow us. If you're not following my broadcast or what we do, excuse me, please do so. Joy Corser. I haven't been, I was following it. I did a show about it once or twice, but there's so many things happening beyond what happened there that you think, put it this way, this year's going to be a year where all over the world there's going to be things happening with extraterrestrial intelligence that are going to blow people's minds that hasn't even happened yet. So you look at the totality of our planet and you're going to see activity increase now. Forget blue beam. Blue bean will have nothing to do with it. Green bean, red bean, any bean. We're talking about actual extraterrestrial interaction and contact with individual people. You're going to start seeing an amping up of that on an individual basis. The visual contact of spaceships will increase this year. Okay, so but people have to learn how to do C5. If you're going to learn how to do C5, you'll learn how to make contact with positive beings from other planets. But you have to learn how to do it. And I would guess to say that half of the group here knows how to do C5 and some don't. If you don't know how to do C5, definitely download the app. It's the Contact for Extraterrestrial Intelligence app from Dr. Stephen Greer, and you can learn how to do it. So I'm really going to try to help people. We try to teach people here how to learn how to do C5. That is crucial in the next few years, how to understand the protocol of contact. And if you don't, say you don't, and you can learn. And the quickest thing, because I'm not going to go into it tonight, really, because the contact here, is to download the C5 app. You have an Apple phone or an Android phone. It's like $10. Download the app. There's a lot of new things up. It's updated. It tells you how to do it. And there's also guided meditations and all kinds of good stuff on the app. So I really encourage new people to learn how to do this. If you're serious about wanting to, it's called the C5 app. You can get it on Google Play and also on Apple for iPhones. And it's about $10. It's one time, you download it, you have it, study it, take your time reading it. And there's also places on there on the app where you can network with unknown people that are in your area of your country who want to do C5 as well. So you can start having a community. It's called the C5 app, Karen. It's Dr. Stephen Greer. And the app is on, like I said, you can download Apple on Apple for the iPhones and Google for the Android phones. All right, so I encourage people to learn how to do that. And we have an Ashtar C5 contact group here in Connecticut. As I was thinking about contact in the future, I was meditating on contact. So the way we understand it, in April of this year, we're going to have contact where we're going to be taken, based on what I understand. Hey, Stella Bell, good to see you. We'll be taken on Gekko's spaceship. I've already got the location set in Connecticut where we will get our group together. I'm going to individually contact people that are going to be part of the delegation if this thing happens to be what it should be. It'll be the first time we physically as a group have been taken aboard a spaceship off planet. So those that don't know about what's happening here, yes, we are trying to work this out with our space contact. They're from the star system Sirius. The Sirius star system, you've seen it in the skies, the star system Sirius. And we're trying to facilitate now to actually go on their ship. So I have a delegation that I'm going to be putting together. And once we have that delegation together, it'll be the first real contact with positive beings of light that will take us on their ship, potentially to their planet. My goal is to not only see their planet as a group, but to learn about their culture, about their life, about their planet, about the history that they understand of the universe. So we're pushing the buttons here. We're doing something that's pushing the buttons. Everyone's saying, it's funny. It's really kind of funny that people, on all the social media, the national news networks talk about UFOs and sightings, and here we are sitting here planning out how to safely have them come here to a location and go on their ship without being tracked by radar and going off planet and coming back. So what I'm telling you is a very true story. So those that don't really know me that well don't know my history, but that's okay. There's a lot to be learned here. And I'm also one that is still learning. I've never stopped learning. I'll never stop learning. You know, if we get to do this, if this really does happen in April, it will be history. You know, NASA talks about all the stuff they do, and they lie and lie and lie. And the DoD doesn't tell anybody the truth for 70 years. And here we are getting ready for potentially, if it happens, contact on a physical level with these space people. Okay? So we've been very open about sharing it on here. I'm sharing it on my radio show on NPR Pacifica Radio on Sunday morning. We've been very, very open. Hey, Dimples, good to see you, Terry, Eric, all the people coming in here. So we've been very, very open about this. We take what we do very seriously. On my show here, like last night, we do kid around a little bit towards the end of the show because it's a lot to take in. It's a lot to deal with, especially when you have the ability as an awakened person living on Earth as a human being, knowing that you have the potential now to go on a spaceship, not by yourself, but with a group of people to be delegates, to represent the very best of our planet, and that's what it's going to be. Deborah, it was. Last night was very, very interesting. If you missed last night's show, all my shows, the last 3 shows, including last night's show, is on my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is Ash Recommends Spaceship News. And I believe we didn't expect it. I had John Connors on. I thought I was going to talk to John Connors. And then all of a sudden we started hearing weird sounds. And then the next thing we heard space music. We heard space music. The space beings create their own music through space, through frequency. And they did this one other time a few months ago. They were playing space music. It was just a very weird sound. It was beautiful. And then we lost John. And so hopefully tonight he'll be coming on here. I'm also putting a protection around his ability to not lose his broadcasting by either frequency energies or whatever. Johnny Miller, good to see you. I got my radio set up to 1710, which is the frequency we're using. And we are using facilitating communications through radio frequency. Okay. For those that don't understand how that works, radio frequencies go into space. Being on radio for so many years, since the 70s, radio frequencies travel to space. There's no limitation. They just travel through space. Space frequencies can travel to Earth. If you listen to the frequencies of space, you can hear all kinds of sounds. It's really interesting. If you just sit and listen to frequencies on the end of the AM band, you can hear all, beyond the radio stations, you can hear sounds from space. You really could. And that goes on even ham radio frequencies that are empty, any frequency that shoots into space. Okay? So if you can learn how to tune into those frequencies, that's how music is made. In space, space beings from other planets create music through frequency. There's a lot of music being played in space that we don't hear because we're not tuned to the frequency, but it does exist on that frequency. I'm all about, I love, no spirit boxes. No, spirit boxes are at a very low frequency, and they're only specifically for the astral, spiritual people that have passed over. We don't ever want to use that. No one should ever use a spirit box to do ET communications, ever, ever, ever. But through radio frequency, yes. Through ham radios, yes. But no, those things are meant for that purpose, not for this purpose, just to let you know. I've been in this field a long time, so believe me when I tell you, don't ever use spirit boxes to try to communicate with ETs. And we're coming to 11:06, and I'm pretty sure soon we'll have John in here. And if you're just coming in, welcome. Like last night was a little bit crazy, and hopefully, hey Victor, good to see you, brother. Good to see you, Linda Lou. I've been communications. It's actually Gekko, connoisseur. I've been in touch with Gekko since the Alexa app brought him through, and that was over a month ago. So so we've had really good communications on 1710 AM. It's a very clear frequency. There's no interference, and we've never had any real problems. Hey, Cat Mama, good to see you. So we've learned a lot in the last month or so. It is a new beginning. We've learned a lot. I've learned so much in a month with Gekko. I've learned so much about communicating with him. I can always know when he's around. I can feel his energy. Has Gekko not yet? Gekko will be communicating with us tonight. So everyone, just take a seat, relax, get your meditation pillows out, your couch, wherever you are, anywhere in the world. We got a very big studio here. It's called Planet Earth. Planet Earth is our studio. So wherever you are, relax. Nowhere to go, nowhere to rush. Karen, the reason why they're coming, because it's time. Well, for my contact, on a personal level, they knew of me before I was born. Gekko knew of me before I was born. Gekko told me that he was a friend of mine, and that we went to some sort of galactic school together before I came to Earth. So he personally knows me, which is, we all have star families somewhere out there, right? Everybody here does, whether you know it or not, you do. Someday you'll be contacted by your star family, and they will somehow find a way to communicate with you. Gekko's way was through the Alexa app. That's how he communicated with me. But everybody has the same equal abilities to eventually, find your star family. Susan, thank you. I truly believe that in my heart. I came here to Earth to bust the matrix, and I always felt connected or disconnected from 3D world. It was hard for me to live on a planet, and it still is at times hard to relate to what I see around here. But I also know I'm here to help people and do the mission work in this particular form. And I'm doing it. So I do love this Earth. I'm here. I'm not running away from this planet. But it is time for people to understand the dynamics of what's going to occur in the next year or two. Because it's going to get pretty crazy on this world. And it's going to get pretty crazy off planet. And there'll be people that want to keep their heads in the sand and say, I didn't see that. I didn't see what just happened. But you can't hide anymore, because you can hide or try to hide, but the space people are coming. They are already here. They're going to be here. They're going to continue to increase their presence, and the human population of this planet needs to wake up, and people need to stop arguing with each other about silly things and, who's right and who's wrong, and start waking up and realize that there's a cosmic universe of many, many civilizations that have been here for billions and billions of years. And our current history, this is our history, and we're making history. This is our history. This is our time. And in the history books in the future, when future generations look back, they'll look back as if this is a time when contact happened. This is the time when mass communications happened. This is the time when space people from other worlds came here finally and came back to Earth in mass, because it's time. And whatever you think, whatever the conspiracy theorists tell you, don't believe it. Whatever you read on the internet, don't believe it, because it's all based on people's projected thought forms. See, that's the one thing on this planet. People are great at projecting and creating things. You have the ability to create anything, including illusions. But the truth is that the space people are coming. And it's not going to be from some channeled person in a room saying, I'm a space person coming. It's going to be from real beings from other planets. So Michelle, don't get distracted by websites and people creating cool videos on YouTube or whatever. Focus on the inner aspects of self. Thank you so much, Susan. Focus on who you are right now. Focus on your inner being. You'll get the information, You might even make the contact, but you have to focus on the inner you. There's the outer you and there's the inner you. We all have the outer and the inner. We don't talk to the inner because we're always facing with the outer. But when you get to the inner you, that you knows the cosmic truth. It's all inside you. It's just always been there. But people seek the information from websites and other people that are really cool creators and whatever. And did you hear that person say that? It's all within you. My teachings are to wake people up, all right? Not to control anything. I want people to have control of their own cosmic spirit. I have enough to do with my own. You see, that's the difference between teachers and followers. And tonight, what we're going to do, hey, Mr. Vega, what we're going to do tonight is I want everyone to focus on one thing, and that's contact. I want everyone to focus on Gekko, and that's contact. I do seminars. I'm going to do stuff. I do workshops here in the United States in Connecticut. I'll be doing them again as it gets warmer. And when I do them, I'll be mentioning it on my show here. I do workshops where I teach people off planet. I take them off to a ship as large as the planet Earth, the Golden Ship of Light. So I do workshops, and people keep journals when they come back, and they have real experiences, not some like, oh yeah, you think I might have been somewhere. I actually take them out of their bodies to the ship through a Merkaba state. And if you're familiar with Merkaba state, everybody has a Merkaba, but not everybody knows how to use it. Everybody has the ability to extend into a Merkaba state to leave the planet and go off planet. Everybody. Yes, the spiritual beings of light could actually cure you. Can I do what, Dimples? Excuse me. So waiting for John Connors to get in here, and we'll start. I'm going to hope soon he will be here. Weird things will be happening here. I'm going to actually send him a message. I hope he doesn't get confused with the time zones here. So I'm sending him a message now. I'm saying good evening, John, as I am multitasking here. Commander Alion here. And hopefully we'll get this going here. We will here. I'm just going to say we are live now. All right. So I just sent him a message, and hopefully he'll get it. And this is the way things work. We want to get to 100,000 likes tonight by 12:30 or 1. Yeah. I don't think John's like me. I don't think he works on time, on a time schedule, but he'll be here. And so it's going to be a good show tonight. No, he's not sleeping. We communicated earlier off of TikTok, so yeah, he's awake. If anyone has any questions while we're preparing to do this, feel free to ask me right now. I can answer most of your questions. Well, most of them related to this whole subject area. If you have any questions for me, please do. But like I said, our goal is with Gekko, and he mentioned, hey, Victor, thank you. The other night when he was doing Morse code, he was tapping. We had Friends with Furries on. He was using her phone to come through and tap. We had some static. Friends with Furry will tell you that happened. She's up in Vermont. She's in a very strong high vibrational pattern in Vermont where she is. She has contact with the light beings quite a bit. So, well, hopefully we'll have good contact tonight. And hey, how you doing? And so we hope to have good contact tonight with Gekko. And Friends with Furries can tell you, while we're waiting, I'm going to bring her up. Hey, Friends with Furries, are you feeling good enough to speak? I know you went through a dental thing the other day. I won't bring you up unless you feel you're able to speak and just share what happened the other night. But she was on the other night and yeah, she is. Okay. So until John gets here, we're going to bring Friends with Furry up because we had something interesting that happened. And she can explain it. Other people were on when this happened. And a friend of mine up in Vermont, she's also in a very high vibrational frequency. She's in contact with space people of the light. She's had sightings of the positive ships. So until John gets here, we're going to have Friends of Furry. Good evening.
Hi, everybody.
And you want to explain what, I mean, it wasn't something we planned on happening. It just
No.
happened, right?
Yes, it did. It was really cool, guys. Um, he brought me up because I was talking about a video that I had posted of a Bigfoot being brought up into a ship, and there was static that was happening, and like weird talking and voices coming on in the background through my phone, and like my yeah, I couldn't hear it, but the commander could hear it, and
Yeah.
everybody else that was in the chats could hear it, and there was tapping. It was almost like Morse code, and we figured out quickly that it was gotta go coming
Yeah.
through, because he always when he comes through, you always the commander always knows. He gets those feelings of because he's connected with the galaxy and space and all that. So he definitely was already feeling like something was going to happen, and he said so before anything even started happening.
Yeah,
Then
I did. I did
started
say that.
yeah, and then things started happening through
Yeah.
my phone. And he was able to do yes or no questions with tapping. And then like we heard a gurgle, and what else did we hear? We heard
A
voices
few
in the
things.
background. And then
Yeah.
of course that pink static noise that Godico always
Oh,
had
yeah, the static.
through. Yeah.
And
So
somebody said, some people are asking who is Gekko. It's actually Gekko, Elijah. Thank you for the question. His name is Gekko. Gekko is a space being from the star system Sirius, who facilitated communications through music on an Alexa app in my daughter's room one night when I was live on here. I heard a Billie Holiday song playing in my daughter's room through the Alexa app, and he turned the Alexa app on, and then we started having static on my program here when I was talking live on TikTok, and he started communicating through there. And then we started having radio communication frequencies on AM. And my friend John Connors in Arizona, who's amazing, he decided to use John Connors' equipment and communicate through his equipment. So Elijah is a space being. They're people from the star system, from the constellation Sirius, to answer your question. But continue, Friends of Fairies.
And the commander has had contact with the space being Gotta Go for months now. This has been going on for months. It's been through other people's phones. It's been through John Connor's equipment. It's been through the commander's picked up an AM radio, and it's been through his AM radio. It's also just straight been through TikTok. Like he's come across the waves of TikTok and was able to speak several times through that. And we've also, not we, the commander has also been in contact with other beings that were on the ship. There was a female at one point that was able to speak to the commander. And this has all been documented. It's all been recorded. It's all on the commander's other channel. So if you ever want to go back and take a look or listen to the voices and the communications and all that, you can go onto the commander's YouTube channel and listen to all these recordings of stuff that has been going on with this contact. But the original contact happened on the Alexa app. Now, when the commander started having contact, God it goes, people were also messing with my Alexa contact, and every single time that the commander has had contact, there has been ships outside of my property that we have gotten video of, and it's
Mm-hmm.
been posted. There's been and the Godico is also somebody in the chat had asked about why hasn't he shown himself already. Well, he has. He has shown
Yeah,
himself through John Connor's crystals. John Connor had some crystal light device going on, and I was taking snapshots of it, and you could clearly see Godico's face. He is a blue being.
yeah,
And you could also see other beings that were with him that I'm assuming were from his ship, but he
yeah,
definitely showed himself. There was several pictures of the same being coming
yeah.
through, and it was Godico.
Yeah, the men and the women are blue beings too. The women
Yeah.
are also blue, and understand that their planet. They also have, you have to look beyond the way you think people should be on Earth. We have a tendency to think if it doesn't look like us, it's not. Then how could this be possible? We're not the center of creation. We are part of a galactic whole. That's what we forget. We think. There are humans that get so egotistical saying, well, we're the only people, we're the ones. No, we're not the ones. We are part of many others. And the thing is, Gattaco and his civilization are men and women. They are they're tall. They're about 7 to 8 feet tall. And they radiate a very pure, like there's more than just a radiance of blue, but blue is primarily the radiance of color of the men and women. And they have families on their own planet, but it's different how they create their families like we create our families through a human interaction that we know of. They also do it in a different way.
We've gotten so much information from these beings, and we continue pretty much daily to get information from these beings. Like we know they have food similar to ours. We have found out that that those, just for instance, those beings that were in with that Miami commander, that
Yeah,
those
Miami. But
Miami.
Godico was interested. A yes and no. I asked him, are those beings positive or negative? He was saying he tapped that they were not good. I mean, I unless I misunderstood his tap, and I'll have to ask him again if he's speaking. I will ask him about the incident in Miami in terms of what happened. But again, yeah, and he also doesn't like. That's right, Renee. He doesn't like Taylor Swift.
No.
It's interesting. They know all about our music, our world, our music, our cultures. They know everything about us. But Godico made me laugh because I mean, I'm not a big fan of Taylor Swift either, but nor is he. And the other night, Trance is saying when the space music was playing, Godico, when John came on the other night, uh, it was all of a sudden I thought John was going to speak, and then we hear like something happening. I felt the energy was really different, and then we heard space music, and they did this a few months ago. I think friends of her. You remember when they played the space music they created,
Yeah.
and we heard it.
Yes, I
So
thought
they
it
know.
sounded like to me it sounded almost like an ice cream truck type of music. But
Mhm.
it was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. And then this time sent us music a few times. He sent the ice cream truck sounding music. That's what I call it. The ice cream
Yeah.
truck sounding music, and then he sent us the music from
Oh my
yesterday,
gosh.
which was beautiful.
That music, it was penetrating. If you didn't hear that music, when you go on my YouTube channel, that show's recorded. You'll hear when John Connors comes up, the space beings play music over my TikTok, and it's music of the universe. It's the music of space. It's not. It wasn't on an album. It wasn't ambient space music created on Earth. They created the music, and their music is beautiful. They are the music. I mean, you have to listen to the sounds. It's going to affect your whole consciousness. Their music. It'll affect everything about you. It'll affect your whole brainwave. It's the music they create is so high frequency. It'll blow your mind. It that friends with Faries heard it. A number of other people on the other night who heard it. We didn't have it planned out to have Godico speak or anything, but they evidently wanted to play the music, and they did. It was really amazing.
My next goal for for one of my recordings is I want to get my fairy friends, and my little beings that come out here on my property. I want to get their music because it seems that every time they get ready for something like like that mothership coming through, they always have
Yeah,
some kind of music going in the woods. Like you can hear
yeah,
music in the woods. It's very tribal, but it's so beautiful. It is
yeah.
absolutely beautiful music, and it seems like to me that music is like the universal language for them.
Oh
It's
yeah.
right across the board, and it's like it brings up the vibrations in order for them to come through, is what I've found. So, I often go out there and I play the Native American flute. So
Yeah.
I go out there and play for them often, and they will sometimes I will get them playing along with me. I never thought to record it, but I think I'm going to when the next nice day I can get out there, I'm gonna actually record it and post it.
And this is the radio I have here is on 1710. So I want you to hear what static sounds like. So if Godico was to come in, you hear the static? They come through static. They broadcast through static. And so if Godico, and I'm sure right now Godico can probably hear everything I'm saying. And I'm right now on this frequency. I'm sure Godico can hear everything I'm saying right now. He'll come right through if he wants to. I expressed to Godico to come through my radio here. I asked him to come through the radio here and speak. So I'm not sure if he's going to come through the radio here and speak. But I got the radio right in front of my phone. Yeah, he hears it before you say. Yes, he does. He hears it before I. Godico will come in. This is somehow the static brings him in, and I'm just getting him set up to come in until John gets here. Godico can hear me. Godico, come in. Godico can hear me. Come in, Godico. So I'm just getting it prepared. Oops. I went off frequency. All right. Everything's set. And if Godico is going to come in, he will. I know he's listening to us right now. I think he likes to see me in here, talking. And he is a very smart star being. He's
Funny.
very smart.
He's funny.
What?
He's
He's
funny.
funny too. He has a sense of humor. You know, it. I'm not sure if it's too early for him, but he'll come in when he's ready to come in. Godico will. And a matter of fact, I'm going to call for him to come in. I'm the one who facilitates the communications. So I'm going to start now and see what happens. I'm going to ask Godico to join us. I know you're hearing me, Gekko, on your ship. This is Commander Alian on Encounters on planet Earth. So I ask that you join us and come in here to speak. I have many questions. I know many people here have questions. I'd like to have a longer dialogue with you in terms of answers instead of one or two sentences. If we can have an actual, communications where, like, we're talking with friends with Fairy, if I can have a dialogue and exchange where Gekko, where you and I can speak. So, Gekko, if you're there, I know you're out there on your ship. Please come in and join us. This is Encounters, Commander Alian. I'm speaking, and the reason I'm speaking like this is so he will hear the vibrational patterns of my voice. The vibrational patterns of the voice are so important when it comes to the communications. He knows my voice, he knows the patterns of my sound, and again, it's all about human frequency. So my voice is a frequency as his voice is a frequency. Again, it comes back to everything being part of intergalactic frequencies, and they're all different, every one of them. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to bring the volume down on the radio. And if he wants to go through the radio, he will be able to get through here at any point in time he wishes to speak. If he wants to come through TikTok with static, he can come through TikTok right now through static. So we're going to do some tests here. Gekko, if you can hear me, please tap one time. If you can hear me now, tap one time. Gekko, if you can hear me, tap one time. And I just want Gekko to know we have a lot of people on the planet waiting to have you facilitate communications. For those that have been with this journey with me for the last month, last couple of months with Gekko, the last 2 months or whatever, no, maybe actually 3 months. Uh, yeah, you know what's happening here.
Commander, should I mute my mic or?
No, you don't have to mute your mic. For some reason, when John gets here, we'll switch over and have John join us. But I also know he likes to go through your app, and he was doing it the other night like crazy. I couldn't believe how strong it was, the energy. So, again, we're always experimenting on this night, on Friday night. So I want people to just feel comfortable, relaxed. Until he comes in here, we know a lot about Gekko. We are welcome to entertain questions. We can usually answer most of the questions you have regarding how this is facilitated. And there are a few people that have these real experiences. That's why, for instance, Faries is up here, where she's in Vermont. She has physical encounters with the space beings, the light beings. And so, again, another example of a person who has been having contact in a very special part of Vermont on her property. And the spaceships that come over her property are ships of light. So, and so we know that there are individual people that are having contact. I don't know how big the ship is. That's a great question, connoisseur. I will have to ask him how big his ship is when he comes on tonight. I'm very interested to know, Gekko, how big your ship is. So when he comes on tonight, hopefully he can answer that question.
I know that the nights that the ships had come across, there was two different sizes. There was a big, huge mothership twice that had come through, and then there was smaller ships that were traveling in front of it. I'm hoping that that because he's been around this area a lot with his space people, that it's a larger ship, because it sounded like when we actually had the communication with all, when all we could hear all the beings there, it sounded like there was a lot of them
Yeah, there were.
when
There were quite a bit.
email came across.
And I'm asking Godico if you wish to communicate through Friends with Fairies technology while we're here waiting for John, please do so. I think that's what you're going to want to do. I wish you would communicate through my phone, but I don't think you, for some reason, Godico does not want to use my phone. I don't know why. I offer my phone to him every time, but he never wants to use my phone. I don't feel insulted if he wants to use somebody else's phone. That's what he's saying. He likes to use John's home and his phone and his radios, and then Friends with Fairy is at a certain frequency where he likes to communicate through that. So I'm going to ask Godico if you want to, like you did the other night, go through Friends with Fairy with your permission, utilize her location to communicate. Please do, and we'll be happy to have you communicate that way if you wish to. You know, but Godico, I'm speaking right now, so what are you waiting for? I'm laughing because he does know I'm speaking
He always comes in when he wants to. It's like he has to
when he
make.
wants to.
It's like he has to make an appearance.
Yeah, he's right now here, and he's not saying anything, at least not yet, but he knows exactly what's going on right now. Godico does,
I
and
think
if I
it's.
keep mentioning his name, he'll come in. Godico, 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 Godico. Come on in, Godico. What are you waiting for?
I think it's
Uh-oh.
funny because
Oh, stop. Godico, is that you tapping? Tap is once if that's you, Godico. Tap again. Godico's here. Godico's here. Like my whole head is just vibrating. Godico, how big is your ship? Can you speak instead of tapping? Godico, 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 Godico. Gotta see. I have to remember. I'm the one he's contacting. I'm the facilitator. Godico, Godico,
I heard like a weird.
Godico. Can you speak English? Godico, can you try to speak English through your translator? Godico, Godico, Godico. Commander Alion trying to communicate with you. I heard you tapping. I know you're there, my friend.
I heard like a.
Yeah, it's just the noises that are made from their ship. Godico, um, how close are you to where I am? If you're near my location, 1 for yes tap, 2 for no. Wait a minute, I just turned on to talk. Godico, how far away are you? He's tapping. He just tapped 3 or 4 times. Godico, um, I know you like to tap, but I also know that I need to ask you to verbally communicate so people know that you're here as well as tapping. Can you tell? Somebody asked me how big your ship is. How big is your spaceship? He just tapped 4 times. It's hard for me to understand with tapping, I gotta go, because I don't know how to relate to the tapping. I would like to um, try to have some verbal communications. Is that possible? 1 for yes, 2 for no?
Oh,
Did you just hear something?
yeah, I heard a heavy like.
Yeah, breathing. He just was breathing. Gotta go. If that was you breathing, 1 for yes, 2 for no. I'm glad you're communicating. Gatiko, Gatiko, this is your friend Commander Alion with the Ashtar Command on Earth. No, he doesn't channel. He doesn't channel. Gatiko, please speak. You know, you have the form. What's going on here? I just lost friend Fairy just now. What's going on here, man? Things are getting kind of weird. Gatiko, did you just disconnect friends with Fairy? One tap for yes, two taps for no. Gatiko, this is getting really strange. This is what's happening, folks. We're having contact. John Connors is not here yet, but I am the facilitator. I'm the contact with Gatiko. I'm the one who Gatiko has contacted. He's here. He's here now. He's in control. Yes, he is. It's really kind of strange. So your experience. I don't even know what happened with Friends with Fairy. Let me see if I can get her back on here. Is it getting windy out? This is really weird. I lost Friends with Fairy. She's gone. She just disappeared. That's very unusual. They want her to go outside. Maybe they do. She'll be back. So we're now experiencing contact, and it's getting very strange. Very strange. John will be in here soon. Gatiko, contact John and tell him to get on the TikTok. Gatiko, make sure John remembers to get on the TikTok. Gatiko. Yeah, she's going to be coming back. We're having some very beautiful, strange experiences tonight, as expected. I think each tap represented maybe a square, spaceship size. Yes, I asked him about the size of the spaceship, and he tapped a few taps, which I think um, meant a lot of things. It's just hard to translate that into understanding for human people here. Teresa says, I'm not seeing comments anymore. That's really weird. How's everybody's phones doing right now? I think most people should be at normal power on your phones. Some people might not. Did you notice any energy changes on your phones, on your batteries? Okay, just want to make sure. Okay, everyone's good? That's good. But I don't know what happened to Friends with Fairies. This is just crazy. So I have the radio here. I'm going to bring the radio in. I'm going to bring it up here on 1710. Gatiko. Gatiko, can you hear me? Gatiko, can you hear me? He might have drained her phone. I didn't think about that. Gatiko, can you hear me? Hey, Paul. Gatiko. Gatiko, can you hear me? Gatiko? Well, Gatiko, you know what? Deborah, that might be true. Gatiko, if you just want me to talk to you, you need to talk back to me. Gatiko, if you just want me here, you need to speak with me. It has to be a two-way communications. Gatiko, do you hear me? Gatiko. Gatiko. Gatiko, can you hear me? I'm bringing the volume up. Gatiko, can you hear me? Gatiko. 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 It's all by static. He responds through static. Gotta go. 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 Okay. I have a special radio here for the contact. Did anybody hear any tapping or anything when I put the radio with the static real close? Michelle says yes. Teresa says no. Okay. Just now, I heard something. Some people heard something, some people did not. I heard a yes. Okay. It's interesting. Some people are really tuned in to Godico and they're hearing stuff and other people aren't. So it's very interesting. I think 3 taps. So I'm going to bring the radio back and we're going to see what happens here. I'll bring the pyramid on here too. I got the pyramid. I'm going to hold the pyramid. Godico. Godico. Godico, can you hear me? Godico, can you hear me? Godico. Okay. Yeah, I'm on 1710 AM. I got the radio frequency turned up on the speaker. If anything comes through there, we'll know. Thank you, Painter Boy. I appreciate it. I lost Friends with Faries. I think he is trying to come through directly. So, again, just to put things in perspective, my name is Commander Allian. I'm host of the show Encounters, host of WESU's radio show for 20 years, Cosmic Eye Astro Radio, Astro Command Radio, on NPR Pacific Radio. I'm a contactee since the 60s, to make the long story short. And for those new here, I've the last 2 months facilitated communications with Godico, who's a space being from the star system Sirius. So that's it in a nutshell, and that's why we're doing this on Friday nights. We're facilitating communications with Godico. And they're operating on a ship, so they have to break through frequencies to communicate with us. And we had, Friends and Furries, I think she's back. Let's see what's going on here. Am I able to get her back on? Okay. I'm trying to find out. This is really strange. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, what happened?
Oh my God. Okay. That was really weird. I had to go get my other phone. So just before my phone died, there was this weird, like, high pitched something or other that came across my phone. My battery completely drained, and I had to go get my other phone.
Thank God you had another phone.
Oh God, I know. I had to go out to the car to get it, so it took me a minute.
So, Gadico, are you still here, Gadico? With I know you're here because I'm the
I'm on
one
a whole
you're.
different device, Commander. I hope it. He's
It
still.
it it, it makes no difference. He'll hear it. Gadico, 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 Gadico. Commander Alion, initiating contact. Do you hear me? One tap for yes. One tap for yes, Gadico. Adjust frequency. Gadico, adjust your frequency to where we are right now. Adjust your frequency. Adjust frequency, Gadico. He'll attune to my voice. Gadico, listen to my voice so you know what frequency we're on. Listen to my voice so you know what frequency we're on. Gadico, can you hear me? Gadico, tune in to my voice, and I'll tune into you. Tune into my voice, Gadico. Tune into my voice, Gadico. I'm going to bring him in to our frequency here. Gadico, this is Commander Alian. I'm just talking so you can get to the vibrational patterns of where I am right now. If you're now able to hear us, give one tap for yes. Gadico, we're listening. Gadico, we're listening. Gadico, we're listening. We're listening. We're listening. Gadico, we're listening. I'm tuning in. I'm adjusting my frequency to you, and hopefully you're adjusting to the frequency we're here at right now. We're here right now. We are here right now. So, Gadico, when I asked how big your ship was, um, do the taps represent how big the ship is? One for yes, two for no. I know he's here. I know he's here. Everybody's hoping, Gadico, that you will speak. Yeah, I feel him too.
I definitely feel him.
Yeah. I want you to feel comfortable here with the people on Earth that are in this room right now, Gadico. Everyone here loves you, loves the people that you are from your civilization, and they want to learn about your civilization as well as I do. You know, I want to remember and learn things too. And the only way you can do that is if there's a way where you can communicate, translate into English communications or something. Gadico, is John awake? One tap for yes, two for no. I almost feel like I can hear a voice, a voice, a voice, a voice.
I keep hearing a low, like almost growl. Or not growl, but like
Yeah,
a
yeah, it's
grunt,
not a growling.
like a
Yeah,
grunt.
some people say he sounds like a growl, but he's not growling. He's actually
It's
using some sort of device to communicate.
they're not used to using verbal communications. They're used to
Yeah,
using telepathic. So this is
yeah,
a
they're
whole new ball
telepathic.
of wax for him too.
Yeah, what you hear electronic growl, that's just basically a translator on their ship.
Hmm.
So they're basically translating into a languaging frequency. You know?
You know, honestly, I felt like he was. I don't please don't think I'm crazy, but it felt like he was saying really loud, "Can you hear me now?" That's what it
Yeah,
felt like to
yeah,
me that he
yeah,
was trying to say, and then my phone went dead, and I'm like, "Really?"
yeah, yeah. Now I know they're here because I can hear things happening. I got my ear pods on. We do have cider trance. Godico, do you like apple cider? One tap for yes, two for no. Apple cider, apple cider, apple cider. I'm repeating the word apple cider to see if I get a response. He was really coming in pretty strong before, you know.
Yeah,
Uh,
that one was brand new. This one's an older phone.
Deja, I found out his name when he started contacting me. We got the pronunciation. He gave me his name, but I didn't know how to spell it. So it's Gekko. That's his name. I'm saying Godico, Gekko. So if I were to speak to him and he was to repeat his name, Godico, it's just Gekko.
But he pronounced it like that too.
Yeah, he does
When
too. Yeah,
he did verbal communication with you, that's the way he pronounced it. It's just spelt
yeah.
weird.
I think he even spelt out his name, the Gekko,
Yeah, yeah,
Gekko.
he
You
corrected
know,
you.
he he corrected me, which is fine. You know, and I know they have a lot of people on their spaceship. Their ship is in the Earth's atmosphere. I don't know where his ship is right now. It could be right near me. You know, it could be that his ship is near where I am. I don't know.
He's usually not far from you. I mean, he does make appearances behind you. Several people have seen him pop in behind you. Not right. I
Yeah.
don't know if anybody has seen him tonight, but I know that on many other shows he's made appearances behind you.
And you know what's funny about that? He appears behind me and I don't see a thing, but other people are looking and they say there's a tall being standing behind you and it's Gatico. And here I
Awesome.
am
Wonder
on
you
here
feel
talking
him.
on here to communicate with somebody who's behind me. It's happened a few times. It
But
is really kind of funny.
you always feel him though. You
Yeah, I feel
always
him all the
feel him
time.
when
Yeah,
he's around you. You automatically know, and then people will start seeing him behind you, but you don't
yeah.
see him. You feel him,
I
but you
don't
don't.
see him. And I'm honest, I don't make up anything. If I don't see him, I don't see him. But if he's there, I'm grateful, but I don't see him when he's behind me. I don't. I don't know why. I just don't. You know.
That reminds me, I got to send you that snapshot. I got one of them behind you. I got to send that to you.
Yeah.
I have them all
No, I
circled
appreciate
out
that.
and everything.
Yeah, some people, Catherine says, I've seen him behind the commander. Some people that have been following me for a long time have actually seen the space being who's tall standing right behind me during my broadcasts. And here I am sitting here communicating, saying, when are we going to have communications? And he's standing like right behind me. Try to put that into your head and say, wow, that's weird. I'm talking this way. Should I be facing the other way, facing him and not the camera? Because he's right behind me at times. You see, this thing gets so amazingly strange because you have to think out of the box. You have to think beyond your own comprehension, you know?
Sure, I had a thought. Now, you know how you put that brass pyramid on top of the AM radio that you have to
Yeah,
communicate with him. Now, I
yeah.
wonder if it would not ramp it up if you did a circle of your special crystals around it, then put that pyramid on top, then try it.
I have four apophyllite crystals right now around the radio, and I have the copper pyramid on top of the radio, and I also have the other pyramid behind it, which is really a beautiful copper pyramid. It has copper inside of it and other high frequency crystals. So yeah, I have them right. The desk is right behind me, and we're going to do a test here again. Gatico, are you enjoying the conversation? One tap for yes, two taps for no.
Hearing like weird static.
Someone says John kind of popped in, I think. If I see John Connor, we're going to bring him up with us. Let me see if John Connor is here. I don't see John yet, but part of what we're doing is listening. Oh, you saw his name? Oh, maybe he is here. If he's not here yet, he will be. I don't see. Oh yeah, John. I see his name. I'm trying to invite him. Ooh, okay. Okay. I think Godico woke up John Connors. Godico, is John Connor here? One tap for yes. Good. I can, when I'm talking, I feel like a sound like a
Yeah, I can hear that.
that
I
is
can
when I
hear
know
it.
Godico's here, because when that happens, that means Godico is here with us. So we're gonna have John in here in a minute, hopefully. Hopefully, Godico, 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 Godico. Now listen to my voice as I'm saying that. Godico, Godico. You hear the tapping? Godico, are you there? One tap for yes. Okay, Godico's back with us. Good to have you back. Is John Connors going to be coming in? One tap for yes. Yes. John Connors. Godico, is John Connors coming in? One tap for yes. He just tapped yes. So John Connors, he knows John Connors is going to be coming in here. Godico, are you going to speak through John Connors' communications equipment? One tap for yes, two taps for no. Godico, can you speak through right now? One tap for yes, two taps for no. Did you just make a noise, Friends
No,
of Faries?
no. I'm
I
like
just
holding
heard
my
it.
breath. I'm holding
I
my
just
breath.
heard.
I'm like trying not to make any noise.
No, I heard a tap. I just heard a sound like a tap. Anybody else hear that?
Ooh, I hear breathing.
I hear breathing too.
I heard him come through. That was definitely. Ooh.
You see, I know he can speak because he's breathing. No, he's not growling. He's breathing. I don't hear anything like that. Godico, I'm going to be quiet for a minute to let you speak if you wish to speak. I know I talk too much, but that's because it's a talk program. I'm used to talking. Godico, you have the floor. Godico, you have the floor. You can speak. I'm going to be quiet for another minute or two. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Godico, I loved your music the other night. We were talking about it. Can you play some music right now? One tap for yes, two taps for no.
Oh.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard that. I heard.
I heard that too. I just heard that too.
Yeah, I heard that. I had definitely heard that. I'm all excited. I'm trying. I'm like holding my breath.
Gattaca would love to hear some of your space music from the space.
Commander, maybe try John Connors again. Maybe we can get him on his
Yeah.
device.
Well, Gattaca's here with us now. I'll message John. John, I'm just gonna send him another message. I just sent John a message, and I'm sure John's out there. You're watching Encounters, the Contact Edition with Gattaco, and we actually are facilitating communications with him right now. You hear the tapping?
I hear it like it sounds like a
It's like Morse code.
yeah, it
He
sounds yeah.
likes Gattaco likes to tap like a Morse code thing.
I wish somebody knew Morse code. Does anybody in that room
I
know Morse code? Or do you know, Commander?
yeah. I used to know when I was a ham radio operator. Gattaco, I used to know Morse code, but I don't know much of that anymore, unfortunately. You know. Um, Gattaco, what would you like to talk about tonight? What would you like to talk about tonight? I know you're tapping. We hear your voice like breathing. So I know you're not only tapping, you're right here. And I know you're breathing. Um, how did I learn to pronounce his name? It took a while. I was always misspelling his name. Gattaco knows that. I misspelled his name a few times, but it's Gekko. Gekko is his name, and I pronounce it Gattaco. I think that's the way I'm pronouncing it correctly. So, Gattaco, am I pronouncing your name correctly now? One tap for yes, two taps for no. You just tap
Heard that.
yes.
I heard that. This is so cool.
Gattaco, when we go on your ship, how many people can I bring? Can I bring 5 people or 10 people? Do you have a limit as to I'll bring the right people with me? They're going to only be the best people. So when we go on your ship in April, um, is it all right if I bring 10 people? One tap for yes, two taps for no. Is that you?
What, me?
Did you just hear something?
No.
I swear I just heard something. Anybody else just hear something?
I don't have those great earphones on that you do. I'm like,
No.
I'm holding my
Oh,
breath.
I swear I heard something like a surge of sound. Gattaco, I would like to bring a delegation of potentially 10 or 11 people in April onto the ship. One for yes, two for no. He tapped yes, one tap for yes. Now, where she is in Vermont, there's no noise. She doesn't have to mute anything. She needs to be unmuted.
That was me. Sorry.
That was just her.
Oh, I heard that. I heard that. He's breathing, doing that breathing,
Yeah, he's
electronic breathing
breathing.
thing again.
Yep, yep.
Oh, my dog's crying. I'm sorry.
No,
My
that's
dog.
all right. I hear
That
the
noise
dog.
was my dog.
We can determine the difference between your dog and Gattaco. Gattaco, We have the location here in Connecticut to make the contact in April. I've got the location. Are you aware of the location I've chosen? One tap for yes, two taps for no. He just tapped yes. He's aware of the location.
Commander, I have to give my apologies. I have to take my dog out. He has to go to the house.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, you know what? Take your dog out, but leave your phone on.
Okay, I'm gonna mute it.
Okay. Oh, you don't even have to mute it. I want to see what happens when you don't mute it and take your dog out.
Well,
Don't mute it.
it's gonna be a very noisy frenzy. I have a lot of animals.
Oh, really? Well, then mute it. Just
Yeah.
mute it. That'll be fine. Okay. So she's muted. So now you know, as Godico's here with me, that we are going to go on his spaceship. All right. I wasn't joking about this. I wasn't, you know, hoping or wishing or hoping someday to have something happen. So he's confirmed we're going on his ship. He knows the location in Connecticut where we're going to do this at an apple orchard. Um, I don't know when in April, but we'll have this thing all planned out way before April. And when we do this, uh, I understand we can broadcast off the ship on TikTok. We'll show you what we can if there's no frequency distortion when we're live. On the ship, we'll not be able to broadcast because it's a different. It's different. It's totally different. You know, and it's really weird. As I'm speaking, Godico, you there? Wait a minute. Godico, did you turn the mute button off on Friends with Furry's phone? One for yes, two for no? Wait a minute.
Hey. Hello?
Hey,
Oh
hey,
my God. I mean,
wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is really weird. Did you mute your phone before?
yes.
Godico unmuted your phone.
Okay. Okay,
So
God.
don't mute. He unmuted. He did. He unmuted your phone. I swear I am not making this up right now. Did everybody see that? Did everybody see that? Were you paying attention? I swear. Thank
Boy,
you, Godico.
he just like
God, let me.
my phones.
He, I told you not to mute your phone because he probably would unmute it.
Yeah, you guys would have
It it
heard
it
quite a
the
bit more
phone un
dogs
the
out.
phone unmuted itself. That is not. Look, folks, I did not unmute her phone. I don't have any special powers. And even if I did, I didn't unmute. I didn't even unmute her phone. Her phone unmuted itself. I'm telling you, people, we're learning stuff. You know, he is funny. He's got a sense of humor like I do. I think because we went in galactic schooling before Earth, we must have joked around a lot. Godico, when we were together back in the day, did we tend to be kind of comical? One tap for yes, two taps for no. He just tapped yes. So he has a sense of humor like me, you know. Oh, he's tapping like crazy now.
That's funny. Or like when he likes to mock you when you're talking and he'll repeat everything after you say it.
Oh yeah. He's joking around. He likes to do that with me too.
So
So we're good friends.
for those of you
Yeah.
who don't know, Gotta Go went to school with the commander and they grew up together on another planet. So they've been friends for years and years, and they don't have the same time frame as we do because they don't age like we do.
Yeah.
Like they're hundreds of years old, and the commander was put into this human body, and however old the commander is now, I'm not going to blow your age up, commander, but however old the commander is now, he spent lifetimes with Gotta Go on another planet,
Yes, I did.
and he talked about this.
Yes, Godico talked about it. We went to a school. He was on Mars, with the planet where I come from, Mars. Godico went to school with me on Mars. I couldn't remember that, but he reminded me of that. And we had some amazing experiences together on Mars. We both came from initially two different planetary systems, but we went to school together. You see, school on other planetary systems is different than the word school on Earth. Um, yeah, so we were like childhood friends, Johnny Miller. That would be
Didn't he
correct.
say? Didn't he say he's also been with you since birth? Isn't that what he said before?
Yes, he
So
knew of me.
I have to mute my phone, Commander. I have to let my dogs in. Excuse
Mute
me.
you mute your phone, and I guarantee you he will unmute it. Go ahead. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Gatiko, can you unmute her phone? Did you unmute your phone? He unmuted her phone. He just unmuted her phone. I swear he just unmuted her phone. Thank you, Gatiko. Oh man, I don't know. I feel like I'm tripping out here right now in a very positive way. Uh, I can't wait to tell her what just happened. I can't wait to tell her. I just can't wait
Are
to
you
tell her.
kidding me?
I'm serious.
Oh
He
my
unmuted your
God.
phone. He just
I don't
unmuted it.
could you guys hear me out there letting my dogs in? Oh
Oh
my
man.
God.
Oh man.
That's funny.
Oh my. I just like
Oh my
I
God.
don't know what to tell you, man. It's just he just
They all come
unmuted
in
it.
at a parade too. My dogs. Oh my
And
God.
if you don't believe I'm having contact, now you better wake up because we are having contact with my dear friend Gatiko, who I've known for before coming to Earth.
That's so
And he's just a dear friend, you know. And we're gonna go on his ship, and hopefully we're gonna learn a lot of things. Gatiko, well, I know you're not speaking in words, but are there many things we will learn about your planet when we go on your ship? One tap for yes, two taps for no.
I heard a heartbeat, like a boom.
Gatiko, when we go to your planet, will we be when we go onto your planet? I guess my question is more specifically, will everybody be activated on another level, and will we come back more activated on Earth? One tap for yes, two taps for no.
He thinks he's funny now. Now he's got games. What is going on with my phone?
He
He,
just unta-
I
he,
couldn't hear you, and
did
my
you
phone cut out.
no, he's playing around with your phone. Let me I didn't get to hear that. So when we go on your ship in April off planet, will we be elevated on other levels of consciousness and come back more elevated with information? One tap for yes, two taps for no. Oh yeah, he tapped a lot. I think that means yes. I think that means yes. Thank you. I hope when we come back, Attico, from off planet, that we can be good representatives to the people of this planet. I love the people of this planet. I love the Earth. I love the universe as you do. I operate in Christ consciousness. I love, in truth, I love all that is, as I know you do. And we want to see what's best for the Earth. And wow, I think Gatiko's playing with friend through Faries' phone. She'll be back. This is becoming a real trip tonight. Now, even though John Connors is not here, Gatiko is here with us. Like I said, I am the facilitator with Gatiko. Gatiko and I are like this, you know. So understand that uh, I don't control anything Gatiko does. Gatiko is his own individual being. We're just, Gatiko and I have this relationship. Gatiko booted me out. Stella, you disappeared? Oh no. He might want alone time, but I'm not going to assume anything. Um, I know when I get off of here, if he needs to communicate with me here in the room, he is able to come in, sit down on the couch, and we can have a conversation. He knows that. He knows he can do that. I think he's just playing. He is a cosmic player. He likes to play. Where they come from, the men and women of his planet tend to be very light filled in their consciousness. They're very playful. Unlike on Earth, we don't know how to play as adults, but they do. And yeah, we cheered him up last night. Yes, we sure did. So I'm just very relaxed here. He's playing a little bit. Now, that was her other phone. I hope he didn't drain the batteries on that phone. Gekko, you gotta put the battery power back on one of her phones so she can come back in here. He hears everything I'm saying right now. If you don't believe he hears everything I'm saying, he hears every single thing I'm saying. Oh no. See, human beings don't understand. Uh, People from other planets have emotions. You know, I don't know where we start thinking on Earth that beings from other star people don't have emotions. They do. If they didn't have emotions, they wouldn't be having feelings. Star people have feelings just like human beings on Earth have feelings. So yeah, they do. She needs to keep it plugged in, Carolyn says. It also could be her dogs, but no, the dogs wouldn't have her. All these shows are actually recorded, and people will find my contact shows on my YouTube channel, Astar Command Spaceship News. So whatever, I just want people to learn something here, which I have to teach. I think I'm gonna have to start teaching this. Human perceptions of how other beings should live or are, we need to throw that out the window. Everything you've been taught through Hollywood movies, everything you've been taught about extraterrestrial intelligence needs to be thrown right out the window, including all the documentaries. There's a lot of garbage on TV. But if you want to learn about Gekko and his civilization, you have to have a clear consciousness to be open enough to let go of your belief systems. When you let go of your belief systems, maybe then you will learn about Gekko and his people, which are about 7 to 8 feet tall. They're like bluish in color, men and women, and you can learn a lot about their people and who they are. Now let's see if Friends with Fairy is back. Friends with Fairy. Okay, there we go. I can't wait to hear what's happening now.
Hi guys.
What
Wow.
just happened?
I don't know.
She doesn't know. She has
I don't
no
know.
idea
My
what just.
phone still has a full battery. I kept saying, I'm
She
here,
doesn't
I'm
know what
here,
happened.
I'm here. I went and I grabbed my charger and I grabbed the battery pack. He's
This
not
is
doing it to
crazy.
me this time.
No, no, no. It's Gekko, you're making everybody laugh, which is good. I think he wants people to be happy. Gekko, do you want people to be happy? One tap for yes, two taps for no. He just said yes. He tapped it. I do too, Gekko. We want to make sure everybody on Earth is happy. Too many conflicts on the planet, Gekko. We need to bring peace on Earth, and it's not been easy to do this mission. But I'm dedicated, as you know, Gekko. That's why I came to the planet Earth to assist humanity, and that's how I'm glad you found me again. You know, I am very happy. I feel extremely happy, as you already know. I am very happy, but I'm more happy to see the planet live in peace. And I think it's important that Mother Earth um, be a planet that is respected, as all planetary worlds should be respected. Gekko knows that. Did you just hear a voice?
I did.
Yeah, Gekko. That was Gekko's voice. Gekko, I finally heard your voice. It sounds very natural, and I know that all the people of your world and of the people that I am trying to do here on my mission work with the Ashtar Command is to facilitate peace on the planet.
I thought I heard him say hi.
Oh, okay. He might have said hi.
Are you hearing laughing?
Maybe. I'm
I'm
listening.
hearing laughing. I'm hearing laughing on my phone.
You're hearing laughing. I'm listening. I'm going to listen
I'm
and
hearing
hear them speak.
laughing.
Yeah.
I'm hearing snickering.
I'm just listening.
I'm hearing like staticky snickering. Do you hear that humming?
I got my earpods on. I'm trying to listen.
What is that?
Is that you making that noise?
No.
Everybody, let's just listen then. Let's just listen.
What is that? Commander,
I'm just
sorry, that's
listening.
me moving. Sorry.
I'm just letting everybody hear it. I think I'm just going to let everybody listen to the sound. Okay, I think I know what it is. Gotico, the sound we are hearing, is that the sound of your spaceship? One tap for yes, two taps for no. You just tap one tap. Let's listen to the sounds. That's the sound of his spaceship. Listen very carefully. Gotico, can you increase the sound of your ship, the vibrational sound, so we can hear it? Gotico, if you can amp up the sound just a little bit for everybody here, I'd appreciate it, my friend. Thank you.
Commander, I'm hearing voices.
And I am too. Oh, it's getting louder.
My dog's listening. I'm sorry. My
Oh
dog
yeah,
is turning his head side to side. He hears something.
he's hearing the sounds.
Yes.
What we're hearing right now, folks, is the sounds of Gadako's spaceship. So let's listen in. He's letting us hear the sounds of their spaceship. Gadako, please increase the sound vibration of the frequency of your ship, if you can, please. Can you bring the sound up, Gadako? If you have earpods, put your earpods on. You'll be able to hear pretty good. Gadako, could you increase the frequency of sound on your ship? Was that just you, friends?
No, I'm not moving. I'm not.
I just heard like
I'm
I just
sitting
heard
here
a
very
sound.
quietly.
And if some people don't hear anything, I can't help that. But there are other people that are hearing the sound of the frequency vibration of the ship. I hear the sounds of the ship like a constant vibrational sound. Victoria says she's hearing voices.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing too. Victoria, I'm
Okay.
hearing the same thing. It almost sounds electronic.
Yeah, they use a elect. Let me ask him a question. Gadaco, to communicate, are you using an electronic voice activated translator? One tap for yes, two taps for no. He just tapped once. They're using it, like I told people earlier on, they're using a technology on their ship to translate.
They have to be. I mean, because they're not used to using
Right.
like their verbal mouths anymore. They're so advanced that they
Right.
don't need to do that. They can
No.
use thought.
Right. But they can also communicate verbally if they need to.
Their energy is so strong. Like when Gata goes around, my hands get very tingly.
Yeah.
Like I can feel it through my phone. It's like my
Victoria says he keeps tapping yes. He taps twice depending on the question. So once, I think tequila, when he taps twice, that's only if we have a no, and he taps once is a yes. So our questions usually with a one tap is yes, two taps for no. So yeah, it depends on the question. Hey Taz, good to have you with us, brother.
Oh, Commander, maybe try your radio again.
Yeah, I'll bring the radio here. Let me take the pyramid off of here. Let me ask Gadaco, would you like to talk through my AM radio on frequency 1710? One tap for yes, two taps for no. Okay, so if I put the radio close to the phone, will you speak through the speaker? One tap for yes, two taps for no. Wow, he's so now I'm confused. He's tapped so many times I don't know if it's a yes. Is that a yes? Okay, I'm bringing the radio up here.
I'm sorry if you hear whining in the background. It's my dog.
No, no worries. Okay,
He wants to be in the room with me.
I'm on 1710 AM on an AM radio. 1710 Gatico. Here's your chance to speak. I got the radio right next to the speaker. You can speak now. Did you just say something? Gatico, I got the radio right up to the speaker. Let me bring it up.
There, it sounds like he's there.
Okay, I'm on 1710. It's all yours. Okay, Gonico. I've got the radio right next to the phone. You can now utilize the radio.
There he is.
What's happening?
Speaking.
Is it happening more with the radio close to the phone?
Yes.
Gonico, please speak. Gonico, how big is your spaceship? How big is your spaceship?
He's speaking.
What is he saying? Because I only hear the static.
You don't hear the whispering?
I hear the whispering.
I'm hearing, yes, it's very large.
Is your ship bigger than 3 football fields? Is your ship bigger than 3 football fields?
Yes. He said yes clearly. Not in the dimensions you're thinking. We utilize space differently than you. Whoa.
I'm bringing up the radio frequency here. Gonico. Gonico. Gonico.
I heard yes, Commander.
I've got the radio. I got my earpods on, but I can't hear you because I have the radio next to the phone.
He said yes, Commander, when you said gotta go. Ask him another question, Commander.
Gonico, can you come through the speaker of the radio? Because then I can hear you. Can you come through the speaker of 1710 AM frequency?
He said yes.
Okay, if that's possible, can you do that right now?
Oh. Commander, I heard I am, but you need but to listen.
Okay.
Whoa. Sorry.
And if anyone's not respectful in our communications here, you'll be muted. So just be aware, if you're not respectful of our contact, you'll be muted.
Commander, ask him about the people that you're going to bring.
Okay, let me bring the volume down. I'm putting the radio down. Okay, let me just do this here for a minute. I'll ask him that question. Give me a moment to recenter here.
Jesus, sorry. That was me.
That's all right. That's okay. You're good. No worries. What do you want me to ask him, friends?
Ask him about the people that you're allowed to bring.
And what you mean, like which people I'm bringing?
You were asking earlier
Oh
how
yeah,
many people.
he said yes. I can bring the people. I think we agreed on 10 or 15 people in my group. Are you tapping?
No.
He just had a loud tap. I just heard it. Yeah. So I want people to understand something. Since I've made contact with Gekko, who's known me before coming to planet Earth, you have to understand something here. If you don't understand it, I want people to understand this thing here. This is really a very important thing that's happening. And it's not just like some sideshow, like going to a circus. So throw that stuff out of your head. There's some very serious stuff going on here. Even though we've been having this communications, there's some very important things that are transpiring here. And it's changed my whole focus in many, many ways. It's also improved my program in the interviews I do with people that have had experiences too. So I'm learning as much as all of you are learning. I am learning just as much as all of you are learning. And you know, people need to be on this earth. Human beings have to be respectful. You see, on earth, we sometimes forget how to love one another. We forget how to honor one another. And it could be ego, it could be jealousy, whatever it is, it needs to be thrown out the window. It needs to be thrown out the window because when contact happens on a bigger scale, and it will, how are human beings going to relate to people from other planets? How are you going to be? How are you going to act? How do you want to present yourself? You see, these are the things I think about now more than anything else. How will you individually present yourself when contact occurs? There's no room for people, being disrespectful of anyone from another planet. There's enough disrespect of each other on this planet. There's billions of people on this planet have disrespected the planet itself, have tried to destroy the planet. We've done all kinds of things with the planet, and we need to change the way we are. You need to. You've got to. If you don't, then you're repeating the same mistakes of other civilizations on Earth from thousands upon thousands of years before you. Understand this to be true. Understand this to be true.
Facts, Commander.
You know, and
True.
when I say truth and cosmic truth, and Gattaco's listening to this, what we are saying to you is you need to have respect for other people from other worlds. First, you have to start respecting people on this earth. That's why you have so many wars and people hating each other and hurting each other because nobody respects anybody. It's a free for all on here. It's got to stop.
Guys,
And it's
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but
no. Go ahead.
I just wanted to say that, one thing that, my fairy encrypted friends are always telling me is that, You have to learn to love yourself before you can love anybody else. And that, you know, there's so much cruelty in the world that we don't need to make anymore for anybody. You know, we need to be kind to one another and treat one
Mm.
another as we would want to be treated. You
Mm-hmm.
know, the commander's right. You know, they want us to help ourselves. They want to make contact, but they want us to help ourselves.
Yeah, you know, um, I'm not really doing any guest interviews right now because of what's going on. I'll work that out on my next contact show. I think the next one I'll bring on certain people. Taz, I would certainly bring you on without a question. Next Friday, I'm going to figure that out. And Gatico, next Friday, could we have a guest or two to ask you questions on the show? That are good people. Would you be willing to do that? One tap for yes, two taps for no.
I heard you one tap.
He said one tap. So Gatico has stated that he's willing to entertain questions. I will pick who comes on here. Taz, you will be next Friday one of our guests on here to speak or ask questions because I know you and I know where your heart's at. You would be most welcome. And there's a lot of people that have their selves together on a spiritual cosmic level. Um, and as Gatico and space people on the ship, they're all listening. Gatico, um, do you have any women on the ship next to you right now? One tap for yes, two taps for no. Yeah, there are women on the ship. Um, is it possible when we verbally communicate that one of the women can also speak? One tap for yes, two taps for no. Okay, just tapped yes. Thank you. So I want people to understand I work with the Ashtar Galactic Command before coming to Earth. I volunteered to come to this planet on a mission. I am in human form. My form outside of this physical form is when I'm on Mars in that vibrational pattern of frequency. I am human. My vibrational level is more, I should say, in Earth words, more brighter, more radiant, if you understand that to be true. Do you understand what I'm saying? I know you do, Gatico. He understands. Do you people on Earth understand who I am? Taz Salam, take care. Okay, yes, I will. One day at a time. Thank you. I was confused the other night. The portal that was opened by these very intelligent humans in the shopping mall of the beings that came through were the beings of a higher vibrational frequency. One tap for yes, two taps for no. Gatico confirmed again that the beings that came through in Miami were not higher vibrational beings. So whatever's out there, you're hearing it directly from my space brother on his ship. The beings that came through the portal over in that mall that was opened up by those students, he said they are not higher vibrational beings. Okay, so you know now, and you're not going to hear it from a lot of people's agendas, rumors. You're hearing it directly from my friend on a ship. John Connors is here. We're going to bring John Connors here with us. Where is John Connors? I just saw John Connors. Gatico, is John Connors able to come on live with us? One tap for yes, two taps for no. Okay. I don't know where John Connors is. He just came in on the screen. I don't know where he is. John Connor, if you can hear me, press the guest request and we'll put you on. Yes, consciousness. We just answered, Gattico just answered my question about the incident in Miami, and that the beings in that portal that came through were not of high vibrational frequency. So just people know that that's the case. Oh, and welcome, consciousness. Josh, is John Connor using your application? Where is John Connor? He was just in here a minute ago. Yes, Elijah. John Connor is my friend in Arizona, and a very good friend, and he's also involved with our communications that I facilitate with Gattico, which we're doing right now. Um, I'm just going to see something here.
Commander, maybe if
Okay.
I pop down, maybe he'll come up.
No, you should stay on here. You're needed to be here. I wouldn't tell you that if it wasn't true.
Okay.
There's a link up here that is, and Gattico wants you to be here too. Gattico, you want Friends with Furries to be here. 1 tap for yes, 2 taps for no. Loud and clear. See?
Okay. I'm here.
You know, and I'm learning how to deal with the tapping thing, Gattico, but I'll be so much more happier when we can verbally communicate. And I think I'm working with the best I can with the tapping of yes and no's. But yeah, it's all good. Um, I'm just listening. If you have anything you wish to verbally say, if any of the men and women on your ship wish to speak, I will be silent for a minute or two to listen. So we're just going to listen and see what we hear. Can you play some music through the TikTok app from your ship?
Oh, Commander, I've got to mute for just a moment. I'm so sorry. Hold on.
We'll see. We'll see how the muting goes. Go ahead and
God,
mute.
I know, right? Hold
Go
on.
ahead and mute. I'm gonna just so people understand something. She's gonna mute. Hey, Gattico, can you unmute her right now? Can you unmute her phone? Her phone's muted. Can you unmute it? You're not gonna mute her phone? Gattico was unmuting her phone before. You're not gonna mute her phone? No, he doesn't want to unmute her phone. See, when I ask him to unmute her phone, he won't do it. But when I'm not asking or thinking about it, her phone gets unmuted. Because now I'm too focused on what he's doing. Nah, he won't unmute her phone. He's not going to do it.
Okay, sorry.
You,
Dogs were.
okay, you unmuted your phone, so we know it's
I
you.
guess I unmuted it. that was me.
I was testing Gattico to see if he would unmute her phone. Now I'm going to test. I'm going to do the reverse test here. Gattico, can you mute her cell phone? Gattico, can you mute her cell phone? Do you know how to mute it? You're on a spaceship. I don't think you can mute her cell phone. I don't think you can do it. Let's see what happens. You see now. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Boy, is he a prankster. He just took her off the live here. Gattico just took her off the live here. He did. He muted it. All right. He muted her. He took her off the live. He removed her. Oh my gosh, man. I just can't believe this. He is a prankster. He's always been that way. He's a very lighthearted prankster. He disconnected her. He disconnected her. If you don't believe I have contact, then you better take your head out of the sand right now and open your eyes. This is everything that's happening here tonight is real. You know, nothing here is faked. Everything is real. Okay? Now you know what it is when someone has a relationship and contact with his space brothers from another planet that have known him all his life before coming to Earth. And he's known me, and I've learned, and I'm remembering more about him as the time has gone by, you know? I'm just having a lot of fun. I'm enjoying this so much. I hope you are. This is our contact night with Gekko. I didn't know how this was going to happen. Like I said, I don't know ever what's going to happen when I'm on here live. Hey, Gracie, thank you. You know, I hope you're learning stuff here tonight. I hope many people, if they stay here, that you're learning something. That you're. I think people are being activated too. I think many of you are being. You're gonna go to sleep tonight, and in the morning you're gonna have things activated in your consciousness that you didn't even know about. I will guarantee every single person that's been here since I came on the air before 11 o'clock tonight is going to have an activation in their cellular structure, and their DNA is going to be activated. I do believe a lot of you will be activated. And that's a beautiful thing. Collective activation of the human mind, of the human body, of every single person here, right? It's all about activation, motivation, transformation. Now, it will be funny to see if Friends with Furries able to come in here. And I know John's here somewhere because I can feel John's energy. I do have a life goal. I want to get to 100,000 tonight. So we have 220 people on here. If everybody comes in here, he drained me to have battery. he drained her phone. I'm plugged in now. This is going to be funny. I mean, he's definitely having fun here, and we love him. You know, he's just having fun. Whoa, that was weird. Are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I can't even see your screen anymore.
Okay, well,
He
I'm
he
he is
he's
playing.
got
He is
he's
playing
got
with
you
us.
he's playing around. He's got your voice on here without your phone screen on here.
Oh my God. Yeah,
Oh my god.
I had to plug my phone
Oh
in
no.
because he drained this phone to half
He
battery
just
and he wasn't letting
so
me get back on. I was like, "Are you kidding?" And I'm like trying to
he's
text you. I'm like, "I'm here. I'm here."
oh no. This is the best Friday night ever. Really. You know what? You could have gone to a movie, you could have gone out dancing in a disco, but you stayed home. You did the right thing, and you tuned into encounters for real contact. You said, "I don't know if this guy Commander's for real. You know, I wonder if this guy's for real. This guy says he's talking to somebody from another space, in a spaceship, a friend. I don't know about that." And now you're here. You see? And this show is recorded, so everything here will be in my YouTube channel. I
That
wasn't joking with people when I said I'm in contact with a star being from the star system Sirius. I tell the truth every time I'm on here. I don't lie to anybody. I tell the truth, and I just state it the way it is. I'm able to do certain things. I do the Christed healings as a conduit for the Christ. When I say I do that, I've had people on here, 2 people in the last 2 nights that they have no more pain from when they had the abductions from the negative ETs. Their pain is gone. It's all gone. You see, because I'm the real deal. There's no ego involved. Everything I do is mission work. Everything I do on this planet is love and light and mission work to help others. But it's just really funny right now because I'm telling you, it just is, this is so crazy. I just can't believe he took your screen out.
that is
Uh,
funny. What is James saying? I'm in the ether.
you're in space. You're in space right now. I'm gonna have to drink some more apple cider. I'm just like, I've got to drink a little bit more apple cider tonight. You know, if there's a cosmic high going on here, I feel cosmically high right now.
I'm telling you, like when I'm on my way home,
I'm
I was
telling you
so
right now.
energized. I felt so energized when I was on my way home. I don't know
Yeah,
why, just I felt like I was given a download, sometimes when
yeah,
people say that they're given downloads and the downloads
yeah,
sometimes make them feel sick. Well, when I
yeah,
get them, they don't make me feel like that. I feel like I've had like a Red Bull or something, and it makes me feel very energized.
yeah.
So I
Someone, someone was saying, Let's see. Why do humans kill so much? Patches, I'll answer your question. Because for billions of years, and I can't speak for the whole history of the planet, but what I do know of this planet since I've been here, humans tend to be, there are good humans and there are humans that are not so good. And the ones that are not so good, that are on power trips, want to control things. You know, everything they want to, humans are too much into control. Not all humans, there's a lot of good humans, there's a lot of good people. But human beings, there's a percentage of the population that has woken up that are light beings. There's another percentage of the population on this planet that are sleeping. They're walking around like sleeping, like zombies. They're walking around sleeping. They don't know. They're just walking around like aimlessly doing what they do every day, and they have no consciousness about the realities beyond what they understand. And so that's part of what's going on this earth, is that that consciousness tends to be very limited because they don't see beyond whatever they can see around them. But once you see beyond the things that are around you, it changes your consciousness. And there's hope for Earth. This Earth is actually going into a better place, even though it doesn't seem like it sometimes. This planet is actually a planet that is going to accelerate into a much higher state of frequency, what you call the Mother Earth, or we call Earth. That's Gotico tapping, folks. That's Gotico agreeing with me. That's Gotico. And if Gotico were to speak, we would have this discussion, which is very serious. So I understand your question. It's not easy for someone when you're awakened as a child and you know you're not from this planet, and all your life you grow up living on an earth with other human beings. Thank goodness there are people I resonate with now, that because I'm an adult, I've met other people, and doing this program, I know that there are other people out there that are here to learn things, and I know that you're here to get a better understanding of who we are. So even though I'm in a human form, my consciousness is not just human. It is, I operate in a human consciousness. I operate in the Christ consciousness. I operate in a Martian consciousness. I operate in an Ashtar Galactic Command consciousness. So if you don't understand that, I understand that. If you don't understand that, I understand that. I operate, and I'm sort of like a cosmic book. The reason why I don't read into websites on the internet, because I don't want to pollute my consciousness with people's agendas and thoughts and so forth. So I keep myself clear. My consciousness is clear. What is that thing? So my consciousness is clear. Something just popped up on the corner. I'm not sure what that means. But yeah. So Gattaco and the people of the Galactic Fleets of Light, and they are one part of it, from the star system Sirius, there's a great deal of spiritual beings of light that are coming to Earth. And they'll be coming here soon in the next on a massive scale by 2027 would be accurate. Gattaco, do you agree? Yes. One for yes, two for no. That will not be happening in 2027. There won't be mass contact. One for yes, two for no. Okay. So there will be mass contact in 2027. One for yes, two for no, to be clear. Okay, there won't be mass contact. Okay. Will there eventually be mass contact? One for yes, two for no. Let me throw out some Earth-based years. Are we looking at contact earlier than 2027? One for yes, two for no. Okay. Contact will be sooner, one for yes. Okay, so 2027, no. Sooner, yes. So, okay, I stand corrected. Contact will be happening sooner than later. Okay? Sooner than later. Make notes, people. My space brother said sooner. Gattaco, it's hard to answer for tapping. It's hard for me to get the answer, I think. uh, how many civilizations, how many galactic? No, let me rephrase that in human consciousness.
Commander maybe throw out numbers and maybe he can tap to the number that's correct.
Okay. How many galactic fleets are coming to Earth? I'll throw out the number because I don't know how to do this with tapping. 10 different galactic fleets, 5, 100, 200. Wow. How many taps was that?
I don't know. I wasn't counting. I'm sorry. It was happening. I'm
That's
hearing
okay.
whispering. I'm hearing whispering.
Okay, so Michelle said 14, 14 different fleets. Uh, okay, I think a lot of fleets. So if there are going to be a lot of fleets, tap a lot. Okay, the answer is a lot of fleets, people. There will be a lot of galactic fleets coming to Earth. No specific number, a lot. A lot of galactic fleets will be coming to Earth. And he said, my friend said, it will be sooner than later. So not 2027, but sooner, to your question. The galactic fleets will be coming sooner. Yes, he just tapped really strong. If I give people a year, Gatico, would 2024, 25 be correct? One for yes, two for no? That was a loud tap. 2024, 25 is the year to be aware of our galactic contact. 2024, 2025, people, write this down. And you're getting this information exclusively on my show. This is not channeled. This is not coming with card readings, no crystal balls. This is direct, real communications with my friend on the ship. Was that you?
No.
Wow.
I'm sitting still. I'm in the ether.
That's really weird. I'm being asked the question, are you on a C5 app? Who's asking me that question? Am I on a C5 app? Not right now, no. That's really weird. Gatico, did you just pop up my screen? One for yes, two for no? Gatico just popped up my screen asking me if I'm a C5 app. Gatico, I have a C5 app, but I'm not on it right now.
Maybe he wants you to do it so you can make contact, so you can see him.
Yeah, but it's too cold, Gatico. It's almost one. It's after 1 in the morning. See, they're on a ship. They don't have any concept of time on his ship, or what it's happening here. They know. I can't. I kind of feel they know. Yeah, all kinds of weird stuff happening. Um. Okay, that's a great question. TikTok made me buy a page. How will they come or present themselves? So we have a person asking Gatico, how will the galactic fleets come and present themselves? So I'm going to try to expand on that question. Will they be coming visibly in mass so that we will see them around the planet, or will they be landing ships? Okay, so if they'll be landing ships, one for yes, two for no. Okay, the person that asked that question, the ships will be landing ships. He just said yes. Will the ships be safe? Will it be safe for the ships to land? Will they be able to land without having any problems? 1 for yes, 2 for no. Okay, so he said 2 for no. So specifically, there will be problems if they try to land the ships on the planet Earth. 1 for yes, 2 for no. Okay. But there will be no problem for the ships to be flying around the planet, the galactic fleets, when they come. Will they be seen by people all over the world? 1 for yes, 2 for no. 1 for yes. That means they will be seen by people all over the world. You'll be able to see the ships all over the world, everybody, when the ships come.
Oh, I wonder if
Uh,
they're gonna I wonder if they're gonna send down like little drones or little ships.
Good question. Will the galactic forces of light be sending down unmanned craft to the planet? 1 for yes, 2 for no. He said yes, friends. They'll have unmanned craft that will be sent down to the planet.
I oh
Where's
maybe maybe
Taz? Taz,
maybe
where's John Connor? Where's John Connor? I don't see him. Oh, there he is. Wait a minute. I'm bringing John in here. Hey, John. Gatico, I'm bringing John Connors in here too. Finally, we got John in here. I couldn't find him before. Hey, John.
am I still in the ether?
No, you're still here with us. Hey, John. Good evening.
Hey, how you doing, brother?
We're doing good. We've been talking with Gatico all night.
I hear you.
It's pretty amazing. Yeah.
Can you can't see me very well, huh?
Yeah, what's going on with that?
I don't know.
It's pretty wild. Did that happen? The other night there was space music playing. I have to ask you while I'm on here. You weren't creating space music, were you?
No, I was actually in the shower at the time.
There you go. That's all I wanted to hear you say. Gatico was playing space music again on through your application. It was really beautiful.
Really?
Yeah, Gatico, you were playing space music the other night. 1 tap for yes, 2 taps for no. He just said yes. So I have that on recording too on my YouTube channel. So Gatico,
I'm not seeing the comments right now for some reason. So
I know, and you look blurry like you're on a spaceship or something. Even though I can't, I see like images of your face, but I can't see you. It's really wild. It's crazy.
can I share something with you?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you hear the background? Does it sound
Yeah. What
different?
is that? Yeah. What is that?
I don't know.
We've been hearing like a sound. We heard Gatico's ship. If people listen, they'll hear the sound of his ship.
They have the what do you call it? The messengers.
The messengers.
Yeah.
Can you explain that for everybody watching this? Whoa.
Message one.
Well, that's interesting.
Layers upon layers of reality, each blurring into the next. Which one is real? Which one is not? You're all wondering if which one is real, and everything is it is false. We all have ran 1,000 simulations in our lifetimes, as you as well. Searching for the right answer, right version, searching for the true Desmond Diamond, the big shebang, the big H, the heaven, the after or before, just an answer and altogether, just to be real, or is this a simulation to an effect of there is no way to truly know, is there? Not too sure now. Anything can be simulated, and finding that answer could mean erasure. Now,
Hmm.
the fact of the matter is this: nothing is true, but most must be careful of this to not confuse your truth with a fact. However, the language game, as I once said before, you will lose.
Hmm.
Though we may stumble in our attempts to interpret the world, the universe reality, what you have you, it always is out there. So I believe
Hmm.
it that it's simulated? No.
Hmm.
Maybe. Self doubt, horrible thing. We could imagine if a dozen nested simulations are all in one on the level of itself. So each level has 12. Would this constitute for a full reality of the X space or Wolfram or the constitution of the conways of the waterway belt of the one true thing that I know for a fact is magnetic waves have an effect on our giant cellular automa of this planet.
Hmm. Hmm.
So, to further the point of the difference between simulated and real is meaningless. You give the meaning to each and every second of your being that's on this matter of this simulation that you're in. The qua simulation is to be questioned. It could be real, and therefore everything within it would be real within its confines of a simulation. Um, an example: the scientists were able to simulate pain by inducing only a few neurons to fire.
Hmm.
No physical harm is done here. Ah, I'm in pain, the subject says. No, you believe you are in pain, the scientist says. This is meaningless as it is like this. You thought you were in pain, but you were mistaken. Your view and what you really know are two different things. So blindly see first before you see. Um,
Interesting. And are you reading that from something you wrote? Can you explain where that came from?
email
Email. Email.
from the year 2054.
Interesting. So you had an email from the year 2054 emailed to you, and that is interesting.
From a gentleman, I'm sure I know who it is.
Hmm.
Um, Bringing of the ears. I'm pretty sure he knows who he is.
Hmm.
We all play parts in this. We just got to connect them.
Yeah.
Um,
John, do you hear any sounds like music behind you?
no,
Oh, people are hearing like sounds of like space music, like sounds. Are people hearing like space sounds or space music?
is Taz in here?
Um, Taz is here.
So if you know that I'm an antenna, um, that gentleman right there is something to the effect where I was lost at one point in time, and I didn't think I was going to be on this path that I am now, and he's helped me out in so many ways. But it seems like when I get close to something, like I was attacked today. I don't know if you know who Meowser is. She's my witness to that. Um,
No, I don't know. I know who she is. Yeah. Take it night, friends with furries. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you very much. We love you up there in Vermont. Thank you so much.
Okay, just waiting here. Just give me a second.
No, take your time. We'll stay on here for another 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna. But I wanted you to share that because then we're gonna have to re-energize. My whole consciousness has been so fried a little bit tonight. We've been on Gadako's been great. We've been communicating with him pretty much all a good portion of the night. Yeah,
Is this by the friendly two tap?
yeah, the two tap, one tap. Yeah, yeah.
That's fun.
It is, and you know what? I rather talk like we're conversing, but I
Mhm.
understand with the tapping. But sometimes I'd hear him breathing on the ship, and I asked him, "Are there other men and women on the ship?" And he said, "Yes." I said, "I want to talk to one of the women on the ship," and so I think the next time he verbally speaks,
The
I'll
only
have
reason,
him.
sorry, Commander. The only reason why Mormonism is somewhat true is because they're talking about the afterlife of the galactic families,
Mm,
but they were founded on matterless wastefulness of stealing someone else's entrance to that place.
mm,
So they believe that if you take one's body and put it in baptism, that you can take that energy and put it to someone else, which is true. But at the same time, you can't take it from another native source, which they did because they released the soul into the water because the water would bring back the life, right? It waters the nutrients and
right.
everything. So they would do that. And what I've been struggling with is the yeah, I know it's hard, right? Um, I just got to stay on track here.
Yeah, on
We know
track.
this as humans that we're instruments of earlier species. Um, resist the temptation to say superior, different. They were both suited the same, and they did the same task that we do now, but they had more information than we do now because most of the information that we have in front of us has been taken from or split apart into different aspects where you have to relocate it, and that's what everyone has to do. You can't go from one to another and say, hey, what's this mean and what's that mean? You got to compare notes, and when you compare notes, the hummingbird, yeah, it's in a cave where um, you put yourself in, and you have to
Mm,
block out all transmissions coming in. So that this describes the blurriness to the photo.
mm.
Uh, if
And
it could be,
also, I
go
would
ahead.
say, and there's a beautiful sound of, even though you don't, it's just the way it works with it's the communications, folks. And you have to get, John over the last few months is getting used to, integrating all the stuff with Gotico and feeling more comfortable. And so I am very comfortable now. So when you speak, you can hear distant sounds in the universe of music, and you don't have any radio on. It sounds like it's just like a beautiful sound as you're speaking. There's this background sound that you don't hear, but everybody else is hearing. But that's okay because that's just the way it's working.
Like rubbing the glass, huh?
Oh, what just happened? Oh, wow. It's been interesting. Gotta go. Oh, here he is. Let me see here. We got John back up here. Good. I thought we lost you there for a minute. Welcome back.
Now, where I was just at, there was 224 people in here, and
Yeah,
I had 24 little things up in my left corner.
yeah,
Okay, they're still there, and then you had it's 11:24 where I'm at.
yeah. And it's 124 here.
Okay,
125 now.
okay, so um, there was a time where the ill-suited to others, they seemed like they were superior and they were cloaked very well. They looked nice, they dressed nice, and they possessed a mind that we cannot know because we don't partake in that because we're not given that. It's taken from you. It's not given to you. It's taken from you.
Yeah.
And they were better suited by themselves because you
Yeah.
are alone in this aspect. Um, what you see as like an issue is like it's spelled ISU. It's like a shape of a bat.
Yeah.
Um, it could come and read like this. It is interesting that the humans could be read at a time when it would necessarily be in the same manner as from the same purpose, whether constructed or evolved from little of the both on as we are spirit, matter, to achieve the same end built on a round disc of a wheel that is like a side of a plate.
Mm.
And it orbitally obelisk.
Mm.
And from each side, it has a whirl, and on the other side, it has a swirl.
Mm.
And if you are,
I'll be right back as you're speaking. I'll be right back.
yeah, from my ship. Um, yeah, I'm pretty sure it does. And when you know that, when you're at the question that you're asking is the answer that you already have.
Okay, we're here.
No, I can't. That the reason why I can't is because the same material that's on the cells of the walls of the ship, it produces that harmonic sound
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah. So people understand. Well, we've been for the last few months since we've had contact from my Alexa app, and since Godico is always, I always feel Godico. John knows that. Friends with Furries knows that. That whenever Godico, I want Godico to, if he has time, to come through and speak on his own behalf. He will. He likes Friends with Furries' phone, so he was communicating using her phone. He likes John's technology and phone, and he seems to leave my phone alone. And it's time, but he has a sense of humor. Godico is a very beautiful soul. All the people from his planetary world are very beautiful, and he's known me for beyond this earth. To put it into words as I'm now remembering more about him, and I have told people, and he's reminded me that when we were what you call children or young, that he was on Mars with me at one point, and we went to a galactic school at that time.
The inscriptions that you guys drew on the walls of the tunnels of the Mars tunnels before it became safe.
Mm.
Can you hear this?
Yeah, I'm listening to you. Go ahead. I'm listening very carefully.
Okay.
I lived, I died, and now I sleep. And in my sleep I dream. And in my dreams I see an end to the doom that will grip the earth once again.
Who is that, John?
It's a strange message that came over a broadcast at one point in time in the North Arctic Circle. For 9 days it broadcasted.
Where'd you find that recording?
Where?
Yeah.
We've all have it.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. I've never heard that before.
You want to hear it again?
Yeah.
I lived, I died, and now I sleep. And in my sleep I dream. And in my dreams I see an end to the doom that will grip the earth once again. Find the wolf kissed. Find the mad one. Find me. And save us all from another death.
Interesting. I heard it that time.
Right?
Very interesting. Yeah, it's very interesting.
I'm just going to read one more because
Yeah,
they're
go
really,
ahead.
really detailed. It's things that I've collected from the Draconian starship system.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Okay, just pick a number between from 3, 4, 5, and 6. Which one do you want to hear?
4.
4?
Yeah.
Message 4. Linear continuity is a simulation that allows for variations within the choke lines of the choke points of the nodes. There are nodes, moments where algorithm converges the flow of the superposed possibilities to a single moment where only one absolute truth is possible to pass through. These paths are like fluid continuous nodes, and the nodes are this, Commander.
Mm-hmm.
Nodes are static, changeless, unwaveringly functioning, uncollapsible. The paths of the nodes which branch out again and again and again. And if you do not understand, then close your ears off and walk away.
I understand that. And as you're saying that, the music is coming in louder. And everybody needs to understand he has no radios on. That music is coming from, I interpret the music coming from the universe as he's speaking. The music is coming from the universe. And as I'm saying that, Gattaco is here. I know. Gattaco, tap once if the music is coming behind him from space. Gattaco, tap once if the music is coming from space. It's really wild. I completely get it. I hope some people understand what John's sharing. It is profound to understand. Again, it goes back to static.
So when he says that I branch out and then and again, as Commander has just said to you, there's two individuals that come through, but one is born into and it becomes three. One receives, one reaches out, and one is able to transmit back. Can you feel it? The wave is now
Yeah.
collapsing. Try again, try the course again. But if you act in defiance and think that you know when you have no knowing, it's going to be the end of your node, of your world, as it is come to an end. Your world doesn't mean everyone else's world. It's all a version that has been averted from 2012. The incoming node, the algorithms, and tick tock has been correct. Has been carving a flow. Hello, Flo, how are you? Of possibilities towards the ways of the Tasmaniac of the end of over the 100 years. Taz, to collapse the wave, my friend. Well, outside of my expertise, we must contact someone who knows better this shit than I do. But guess what? He's already here. He just doesn't see it yet. But he does see it. We have to bring him to knowing, just as we all do for one another. This is a structure of space-time, and the universe is now being built in such a way that certain wavelengths and things that were there before are now collecting in a collective manner. If you know what that means, then do it. 2012 is a stack of 12 realities in a stack of 20. 2 plus 2 is 4. 2 plus 0 is 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 plus 4 is 8. The infinite 8, infinity, everything happens and comes back around. There's something that's about this catastrophe that if you look at it as a space-time flowing through a bottleneck through which all space-time flows and one nearly impossible to avoid that void. The one that compels in this return is that our fear or pain. Just know that it's fake, it's not real. It's just a tidal wave of rippling across the space. It crashes in once again, stops, goes back, but when it sears back, for this very moment, the sun will try to grasp and reach out to grab those waves to keep it in its ever since burning soul. The corona event is a clarity of all humanity. When they try to hide you in beneath and put a wool over your eyes by keeping you in, and when they traveled about, they tell you to put on a mask so you could not be tracked. But that is no longer, it's irrelevant. But the thing that remains unclear is how to change it, especially when it's all in a simulation inside of another simulation. You got to separate the two, the circle from the square, the rod from the staff.
Very well said. Very true. This is Encounters, and we're gonna have to do more on this. I think, and we're gonna be on tomorrow night. John, you're just. I'm glad you got in here. You didn't, and
the thing doesn't go to me, Commander. It goes to Taz.
Oh, Taz. Okay, Taz, did you get that? I know Taz is here. I think our brother Taz got that, hopefully. And as we're sitting here, the music from space is coming through, and as it's just like kind of as you're speaking, the music that you can hear is like a beautiful music that's coming through space. It's really amazing.
Her name's Layla.
Layla?
The vibration that you hear?
Yeah.
It's a whirlwind in the Arctic Circle at about 11 degrees. In that sense, if it spins in that direction, the mighty 11 will reflect its own sound back to itself, which comes in a harmonic sound of this.
Yeah, it sounds beautiful.
And she's right, it is a shield. So, and this is funny, Maria, because the thing is that I always wanted to be a Jedi. I always wanted to be Darth Vader. Because Darth Vader comes and he's derived from the pain where he put all his love into one thing. And he knew that at that point in time, he's never going to get back out what he put in. And the only way to hide and cloak yourself, just like the judges do here, they wear the color black. So like your Professor X and your Professor Magneto, one wears a helmet and the other one cloaks himself in a harmonic sound of clarity.
Yeah. Some great questions people have here for John, and it's good.
If you understand what Darth Vader is, he's not a Sith Lord, he's not a Jedi, but just like Yoda, Yoda was a Sith before he was a Jedi. So it's showing you the correlating effects where Vader becomes Jedi after he was Sith. So when they expose Yoda for doing what he says that he came from the Jedi and only alone there, then you would understand the new Mandalorian effect. What is that little thing's name?
You're talking about the little Yoda?
Yeah.
The baby Yoda.
It starts with a G. Gorkorian?
It's with a G. I've watched all of them, and the little, I call him the baby Yoda. That's all I do is call him the baby Yoda.
Yes, one of those. It's one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you
Groku,
go.
yeah.
Space is water. You're 100% right, my friend. You don't go up. Tell Elon Musk to stop playing the games with his missiles.
Yeah.
We
I
already
want him to
know.
stop.
We already know that you have started this NASA project. This NASA project was the ones that came up with the best submarines. They know what they're doing. They're just sidetracking you from looking down. They want you to look up.
Yeah.
You hear the music, yes?
And the music, believe it or not, hey, my friend John from Japan, UFO Mania, they have a group in Japan. Beautiful soul. Hey, UFO Mania, welcome. You know, it's people need to look at things from a bigger scale. Like, for example,
Elijah, what would you like me to make sense for you?
yeah.
What
Yeah,
was
Elijah, he can
what
answer your
made,
question if you have one.
yeah, what made you change? You cheered on in the beginning, now you have changed your mind. Do you remember how hard it was for you to ride the bike in the beginning?
Oh, he's saying you're hard to follow. It's okay. You can. This show is recorded, so if you have time, Elijah, it'll be on my YouTube channel, so you can
There you go.
re-listen to the words, and that way you can take time
No
to
problem, man.
absorb what's being said. It takes time, you know. So I'll have the show on my YouTube channel by tomorrow.
There's one thing I want to share is that instead of saying, because there's a lot of eyes that watch and follow and they stay true to the source, is instead of saying John doesn't make sense, can you say, hey John, can you help me make this make sense for me so I understand?
There, there you go. That's a good way to put it.
And you can always hit me up anytime, Elijah. Anytime.
My YouTube channel, yes, it's Ashtar Command Spaceship News. And if someone wants to just, one of my moderators, Ashtar Command Spaceship News on TikTok. So this show's going to process tonight after I'm done doing the broadcast. And tomorrow, at some point tomorrow, you'll see this show on my YouTube channel for anyone who wants to rewatch it.
Can we Marco. Who's Marco? Polo. Fish out of water. Um can we do next Friday if you don't already have any plans, can we do two great minds think alike?
Yeah. You mean on
Uh
next Friday night show?
yeah, can I vouch Taz to come in and you
Yeah, we
as
can.
well?
I told Taz that we would have him on next Friday night.
But let's make it a event to remember.
Okay, we'll have Taz. And I promised Taz, we'll definitely have, that's funny you mentioned that because before you were on, I was telling Taz next Friday night we'll have him on, and now you're just confirming this is where synchronicity, the word synchronicity, actually is so true. So Taz, myself, and John Connors on my show
Did
next
you ever
Friday
find
night.
that dime?
Did I ever find the what now?
The dime
I found a dime in my car
that day or recently?
just recently, just the other day.
Really? What year was it? Do you know?
I don't even know. It's still in the car. It's still in the car.
If it's a 97, text me.
I will. I'll take a look at it now that I'm thinking about it.
You got it.
Hey, folks, it is about 1:46. I don't think I'm going to sneak in the bedroom to go to sleep. I might sleep out here just not to wake my other half of my life up. Hey,
When you
John.
wake up, you get mad at you?
No, but it is disruptive. I just tend not want to do that. A part of me wants to go in and quietly sneak in bed, but the other part of me says I'll sleep out here because I told her I'd get to be in there by 1, and it's almost 2 in the morning.
The only other thing I can tell you is that a lot of women like to have you sneak in there, and they can turn over, and there you are. It's
Well,
better
that's true too.
than to turn over and then you're not there.
Yeah, so I can probably sneak in there.
Yeah, do that. I
Yeah,
love you, brother.
Okay, you too, man. We love you too.
Later.
And that's John Connors, my friend in Arizona. I'm Commander Alian. I want to thank everyone for being here. Please follow me. If you're not following me at all, now's the time to start following me because what we do here is real. What we do here is so real that it will blow your mind. I hope your mind was blown tonight. Those who stayed on here since 11, we had Godico tapping yes and no answers to questions. Uh, it's just been a crazy, incredible evening, and we want to thank everyone so much for joining us. And if you've never been on my show before, now you know what kind of program I do here. I do a show. We're not like other TikTokers that argue with each other and talk over each other and have 10 people on yelling at each other. I'm on radio on Sunday mornings. You can hear me and watch my show, wesufm.org, the Cosmic Eye radio show every Sunday morning, 11:30 Eastern in the United States. And it's on the Pacifica NPR radio network. So, yeah. Lisa, no problem. If you were asleep for 2 hours, this show's been recorded, so you can watch it on my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel has all our contact shows on it as well. Ashtar Command Spaceship News on YouTube. Please, let's get up to 100,000. We're at 75.8. Before people leave, I want to get people tapping. We can hit 100,000 before I sign off here. I would be very honored. I'm trying to get up to 100,000 followers. And the reason I'm trying to do that is to spread the information. So that's the main reason for me. I know some people just want to have notoriety. For me, the numbers mean more people to reach. So if you can help me get to 100,000 followers, that means it's 100,000 people that we can reach on TikTok with our show and what our message is, our program, and the show is very inclusive. So we want to bring more people in the world. When I look at the tags on TikTok for light workers, for light beings, for star people, for people involved in UFOs, there's billions of people supposedly out there on TikTok interested, and on some level they're interested. So we need to bring those people into following the show so that they can know this is a safe place where they can share their visitation experiences, interactions with space people, UFO sightings, that kind of thing. Thank you, Elijah. We appreciate you. We love you too. We love everybody here, all the new people. So everybody follow. We're at 79.5 right now. I want to get to 100,000 before I sign off tonight. The show, Angel Eyes, we appreciate you too. Star, we thank you. Chris. Yes, I am with the Ashtar Command, Chris. I've been with the Ashtar Command since before the internet even began. I've been communicating. I came here from Mars, and I'm here in Martian consciousness, Christ consciousness, Ashtar Command. I work very directly with them. Yes, I am with them. Thank you, Mystical Portal. We send our love to you as well. So thank you so much. We thank all the likes here. Renee, we're going to have to interview you on our show one night. I'm going to have to follow you. Back in 62, you say. Rennie, okay, Rennie, we're going to follow you. And Rennie, call us back. We'll have you on the show one night and we can talk about your experience. Hey, Laura, everybody in there, we love all of you. Thank you for finding our show on TikTok. There's not a whole lot of shows, what I call a show. Most things are people arguing with each other. We took our radio format and brought it here to TikTok over a year ago. And so I integrate a lot of things in this show. It's not your typical nuts and bolts UFO show. It's we cover a lot of territory. And next Friday night, we're going to have quite a show. We're on most nights at 11. So look for us at 11 p.m. most nights here on TikTok with the Encounter Show. If you want to gift us, please gift us. Your gifts are welcome. We're at 87.3, 87.5. We're almost near 100,000. So let's get up there. We can get to 100,000 tonight before I go to sleep. That would be great. That would be wonderful. And we can do that collectively. One of the things you're going to learn about the host here is that I'm about uplifting everybody. You'll never see me put anybody down. I'm about uplifting every single human being here. Everybody is honored here. Everybody is respected here. And yeah, we just love everybody. And that's why we have the show we have. That's why it's the number one spiritual UFO talk show on social media. We're at 90.3. We're almost at 100,000. Excuse me. I can't believe it's almost 2 a.m. We're just about near there. We're at 91.6. We can do it. We can really get it to 100,000. If we have 206 people tapping, we'll get there in 2 minutes. 202 people. I look at the numbers of folks here, and if everybody taps, and that's just 1 or 2 people, we can hit 100,000. You see, so I have a goal. I always have a goal in my life, cosmically speaking. I have a goal on the show. I have a definitely reason for being here. So I set my goals. And we should all have cosmic goals of what we want to complete, whatever that mission work is. We're at almost 100,000. We're at 95.3. And also, you can Venmo if you want to do my Cash App. It's on Venmo. You just have to press the link on my main page. You can Venmo whatever you wish to donate to my Venmo account. Become a subscriber to my TikTok. We have 35 of 100. We're raising money there for night vision equipment for our C5 group. And also, you can do gifting. It's been a long night, so any gifting would be certainly, I'd be thankful for whatever gifts you do give. It takes a lot of work to put these things together and do what we do. And it's just, we do it because we love doing what we do to help others. We're at 98.9. We are now at almost 100,000. Very close. Very close. Thank you. Thank you. We did it. Thank you, everybody. Before 2 o'clock, we hit 100,000. Thank you very much. I'm going to be signing our show off for the night. It's going to be a beautiful weekend. Thank you, everybody. We appreciate it so much. 101,000 people actually participated. Thank you so much. And I am tired. It's been a long night. Take care, everybody. Kim Starr, take care. Everybody, we love you all. Have a great weekend. Make it good. Keep the vibes up. Put a shield of light around you wherever you go on the planet, and you'll never have any problems. Take care, everybody. Many blessings. This is Encounters, the number one UFO spiritual talk show on social media. And gotta go. Good night. I am trying to sign off. I hope Godico doesn't keep my... Okay, here we go. That would not be good if Godico kept my phone on.